You do things that are considered risky to people that don't do them. And I know a big part of what you're doing is trying to find ways to help people that are W-2 earners place their money in a place that they can get passive income in a place. But if you didn't come from that background, like what was it like going in? Because I don't know the exact timeline, but I know you got into some franchises for a while and it happened like kind of in the middle of COVID. There was some ups and downs there, but you're also doing real estate investing. And you talk to the average person and they're going to tell you like, man, buying a bunch of franchises in San Diego that are losing money like that's dangerous. Investing in real estate that you can't go see, that's dangerous. But you seem to do things anyway that most people would think is risky. Where does that lack of, I want to say lack of fear, because I'm sure you have systems in place to mitigate that risk, but were there people in your life that were supporting you? Like, where did you get the courage to take the leap into this entrepreneurial journey?
Yeah. You know what? Maybe back to the sports part is it's the competitiveness, right? You want to be the best, right? Like when you're competing in college, right? And competing in college football, you're like, hey, I wanted to be the best. Like I was playing quarterback. I wanted to beat those other guys. I wanted to work harder in the gym, harder in the practice field, work harder in the film room, and just apply yourself and do more. And then I feel like as I've applied that now, when I got in my W-2, like that was great. I wanted to be the best petroleum engineer I could, do the best I could there, move up the corporate ladder. But what I quickly realized was like the impact I was going to have on a W, like I was working at Shell, right? Big corporate company, and there were paths, right? But what I didn't love was the fact that I couldn't control it. And you know what? When it comes to risk, it's like that felt sometimes riskier to me, that not necessarily riskier, I just didn't want to settle for like, I can't really even control my destiny, right? Versus when I bought my first rental property and I was able to learn, like listening to podcasts, listening to books, and I was able to apply that. And I was able to build relationships at banks, and I was able to find contractors and start doing these things. Versus I was looking in my W-2 world where it's like, man, there's a lot of politics. There's a lot of like things that are uncontrollable. Like I can even do all the right things and I still might not go where I want to go. I just felt like being an entrepreneur, and in that world, that was my path, right? And granted, was there risk taken on all of it? Yes, but I just feel like it was risks I wanted to take because I wanted to grow. And I just, back to being an athlete, right? I wanted to be the best, and to be the best, you got to take some risk. And maybe too, just watching the other entrepreneurs, like that's the other big part too, Nick, is right. I know you do this too. Like we're in different masterminds and different groups where we see the level, you're at a higher level, right? Again, I love the sports analogies. I'll never forget, I was about to start my junior year and be the starter in football. And I thought I was pushing myself hard, right? Like I wanted that job, like spring ball, like I had a solid spring and the coach is pushing me and like felt really good. Well, then they brought in another recruit who was like really good. He honestly probably had no business playing at the level that we were playing at. He was a huge recruit, right? But the day he came in, like all my coaches like, holy cow, Casey, you went to another level. And just naturally, and it's like, I felt like I was always competing anyway, but once you see that other level and you're like, all right, what do I got to do to match that? And I think that's been the other part, is surrounding yourself with people, higher level people pushes you to want to take on more risk and accomplish more.